Good morning and welcome to the Elevate Renatus team call. This is your host, Keely Austin. Today is Fabulous Friday. It is October 9th. I am so grateful to be here with you all, and I am so happy that you are with us live this morning. Our quote of the day today is, "We all make mistakes, have struggles, and even regret things in our past. But you are not your mistakes, you are not your struggles, and you are here now with the power to shape your day and your future." Some dates to take note of. We have our regionals coming up October 23rd and 24th. 2 days of fantastic training by both some local regional leadership as well as national leadership. 2 full days of training, you don't want to miss it. If you need to get work off for that, do so. We also have our dates for National Conference in 2021 next year, March 18th through the 20th. We'll have a few days of training with leaders from around the country. The theme for our national conference is shifting higher into focused transformation. Mark those dates on your calendar. Looking forward to it. We have our leadership retreat dates as well, August 13th through the 17th, 2021. We're going to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. And I'm so excited. This will be my 4th leaders retreat. And leaders retreat is such a blast because we get to be somewhere beautiful. You get to do as much or as little as you want, and you get to pick the brains of some of the masters in this business. So it's a lot of fun. I'm excited to go. You've got plenty of time to make whatever needs to happen, get those 5 stars, and see you at leaders retreat. Michael and his team have created this site and short video to help bring everyone on board with the OES. The OES is the optional event subscription. Check out oesoes.com, watch the short video that Michael put together, and become a part of the OES. We've added a couple of events onto our daily and weekly support system. And that's something I absolutely love about Renatus, is the support provided. It's just completely not comparable to anybody else. We have a weekly private capital masterclass. Last night was our 2nd session. Dane Clark is doing a beautiful job at leading this masterclass because he has had a lot of success with building private capital for his deals, and he has learned all of it from our education, and so he's helping us apply some of this information, and it's very valuable. So this has been a lot of fun. It's an hour before our Super Bowl Thursday of events, so tune into that next week. It's a lot of fun. We also have daily real estate investing masterminds for 30 minutes. Sometimes we go a bit over. We might even change it to an hour, just depending on what we think. But for now, just 30 minutes from 9 to 9:30 Mountain Time. We're doing real estate masterminds. So bring questions, bring deals that you're working on, have some questions on, and discuss it with some people who are experienced in real estate investing. Also, every day at noon, Monday through Friday, noon Mountain Time, Scott Rowe and Michael Huggins are getting together and doing just a very brief 15-minute interview where we interview 1 or 2 students on their success with Renatus. And the whole reason of this is to get your guests on this quick 15-minute webinar, send them the link, register them in Helios, and they'll get a very short exposure, but a powerful exposure. On Wednesday, we had our weekly house tour, our virtual tour, and it was an awesome deal. It's one of Tim's deals. And the purchase price, just to go over some of the quick numbers with you all, purchase price is $330,000, rehab is $60,000. ARV is projected to be $495,000. He's going a little bit lower than what's selling in the area for a quick sale. Projected net profit is $50,000, and start to finish is about 5 to 6 months, and using none of his own money or credit, and only has a few hours in the deal himself. So congratulations, Tim. Great way to be an example of what's possible. These are our weekly events. Not to spend too much time because it's Friday, and we'll go over these again next week. We have our profits intro every Tuesday at 12:30 Mountain Time. As I just went over our house tour, every Wednesday we do a house tour in English at 7 p.m. Every Thursday, I mentioned our Super Bowl Thursday, we have a ton of events on Thursdays, and you get to kind of pick and choose which to attend based on your goals. I've been attending the Pillars of Wealth because I usually will have guests there, and I like to come out and share my story. So I've been attending the Pillars of Wealth. I have guests attending the Essentials, the onboarding, the those two for right now. Also the follow-up they're taking advantage of. So we have a house tour in Spanish, Pillars of Wealth, follow-up and funding, onboarding, Essentials in English and Spanish. We have a business development study group, and then these 4 real estate study groups: fix and flip, wholesaling, multifamily, short-term rental. And from what I'm hearing, those are all going very well. Today, you don't want to miss it. Tonight at 6 p.m. Mountain Time, just for a couple of hours, we're going to be meeting with Eric Counts. Eric Counts is our instructor for multiple classes within our curriculum. So he teaches our business credit class. Excuse me, I don't think he teaches it, no. But he teaches our personal credit class, understanding credit, as well as the business automation class. And he is going to be talking tonight specifically about some new marketing tools within Helios. So you do not want to miss it. It is in the calendar, and it is in lieu of our Super Saturday. So it'll be a lot of fun, a little bit different for a Friday night event. Saturday, we have a fix and flip intensive with Heather Herring, October 10th, 8 to 4 Mountain Time. A full day of training with Heather. Make sure you get your guests in front of her. She is a sharp one. We have these recordings on both Facebook as well as YouTube. Our Facebook page is Renata's Team Elevate. You definitely want to be a part of that. There's a lot of important announcements there, and you can also catch these recordings there. We also put these recordings on our YouTube channel, Elevate Renatus. Subscribe to the channel and go back and re-listen to some of these if you need to. Today, we get to learn from Lily Puertas. We have recently added on our Friday mornings with Lily, and they have been a lot of fun. I'm very, very grateful that Lily has taken on the challenge to spend an hour with us. Not that it really is much of a challenge, because I know she has a lot of fun doing it, but she spends an hour with us and shares with us what's been working for her. And she has a really, really powerful story. Lily is a dreamer, and she worked with Rich Dad, Poor Dad. She worked with that organization as a Spanish coach for Latin countries. And she's also been a real estate agent since 2006, helping hundreds of families. Lily is from Peru and has been living in Utah since 1996. Her dreams to be financially free have haunted her for years, and thanks to Renatus, the education, and the community, Lily has been able to achieve that goal, where she has created enough passive income through real estate that it covers all of her basic needs: her insurance, her food, her car, her mortgage. So what a powerful story to tell people that just that simple fact that Lily has accomplished through real estate investing, covering all of her basic needs. It's brilliant. She is working now and creating passive income that will pay for her luxuries. I'm excited for what Lily has to share with us today. Good morning, Lily.
Good morning. Hi. Let me just real quick put my cell phone in do not disturb. Okay. Oops. Here I am to spend with you some important concepts that really shaped my financial life. So I'm gonna use this as part of a tool when you talk to other people about Renatus. Um, I think when we talk to other people about this wonderful opportunity, we have to come from the point of have them understand what are they at that point. The majority of the people are usually on employee quadrant. Perhaps you are already familiar with these quadrants: employee, self-employed, business owner, and investor. So, well, some people may know, but if you tell them where the pros and cons to be in the quadrant they are, they may think, you know what, I want to make a change. I want more. sometimes when I approach my team, well, when they were not my team yet, I was talking about their dreams, their goals, and some people were kind of hard to think about their goals. So today, I'm gonna just share with you how the cash flow goes into your financial situation. Like it's been said, if you don't know your numbers, it's hard for you to move on. Let me just share this screen with you. Let me see if I can share it. Let's see if the, hold on, you guys. And yes, oh, can you just enable me to share a screen, Keely?
There you go, Lily.
Thanks. And also, when I mentioned when you said it's a challenge, yes, it's been a challenge for me. It's been a challenge because it helped me grow. I know I'm learning more, be more fluent in English, and I know I can do better. But before that, I was just avoiding the fact that I talk in English, so that I don't want to just make any I mean, because my drive is in what's my drive is the director and intellectual. I always wanted to be seen as like I know what I'm doing, because I know what I'm doing, but sometimes in English was kind of hard for me to deliver that concept. But yeah, it is a challenge, but I think I'm overcoming the challenge. Okay, let's go and share my screen. Where's my screen? Oh, here it is. Here it is. So this is about, before I show you, this is about your numbers, your financial numbers, your reality, your, many of you may know it, but now you're gonna see it differently. This comes from a game called Cashflow game. Here it is, Cashflow game, Cashflow, okay. These Cashflow games allows you to understand if you are in the rat race. And what is a rat race? It's something that you put all of your energy every day and go anywhere, like a job, right? Like a job. When you wake up, go to work, make money, and the next day is the same and the same and the same. So what will happen if they lay you off? What will happen if you are disabled, you are unable to work? Means that there's no more income, but the expenses don't stop, right? Some expenses don't stop. So this is the more common or more popular income statement. Have you ever thought, what is an income statement? I mean, what is a balance sheet? What is a cash flow? Let me just read this real quick. If you want to be rich, you got to understand numbers. That's why, let's see, a person as financial statement is their report card once they leave school. The numbers from the income statement, balance sheet, and monthly cash flow tell the story where cash is flowing. So this is something that right now you may not be familiar with. However, when you keep growing in your finances, this is the only thing the bank is going to ask from you. In fact, yesterday I had an interview in my radio program with this guy. He's one of the top fix and flippers and wholesalers and investors in Utah. He was telling me that he doesn't have to show his taxes anymore. He only shows his balance sheet and income statement to the bank. That's it. Okay, so let's start working on this one. Let me just make it a little bit bigger. Income statement. Do you think, let's say a salary of 4,000, it's kind of fair? You think 4,000 is like a 48,000 a year? I think that's average income, right? I mean, some states will be higher, some other states will be lower, but let's keep that 4,000 just to average, okay? So this person has an income in his job or self-employed, whatever, for 4,000. But this person has expenses like any of us, right? So this person has mortgage, has, let's say $50. I put like let's say if you want to go buy some sodas and something outside, I mean, a small amount just in case, like some change to spare. Your car loan 300, credit card payments 500. Let's say cell phone, internet, and utilities 400. Your food, 500. Child expenses 250. I mean, it's a small amount. I just did this so I can keep it on the 4,000. Loan payment 200. Do you guys think this is a normal pattern of a person? Is this a normal pattern? Yes, no? Am I exaggerating? Okay, someone said yes.
Yes.
Okay, thanks, guys. Because I don't see your faces, so I just okay, that's a normal pattern. Okay, so this income statement shows a passive income. Wow, passive income 0. See, there's nothing in here. The real estate business income, none. Interest dividends, none. Why? Because this person, the majority of us, are wired to work hard and spend the money. That's how we are wired. But if you want to be rich, or if you want to go to a different quadrant, or you really want to be financially free, you need to understand first what's the, let me see if I have it over here. You need to understand the definition of wealth. By Kiyosaki, definition of wealth is the number of days you can survive without physically working or anyone else in your household and still maintain your standard of living. Okay, that's the definition of wealth. So in this case, I have to work to keep this lifestyle. So if I don't work, no income, right? Now that we know about income statement, let's go and see how our balance sheet looks like. Do I have assets? No assets, no real estate, no stocks, no royalties, no nothing. But I have liabilities. I have my mortgage. Remember, if you have expense here that you show, let me just grab this real quick. If you have expense here, most likely you want to have a liability here. So I pay 1,800 for my mortgage and I owe 180. If I have a car payment of 300, then my liability is 65. I'm just giving you numbers, right? So I owe. So basically, your liabilities is the total amount you owe, and your expenses is the monthly amount you you take out. And the credit cards, again, credit cards I pay 500. Where's my credit cards? Credit card payments 500, and my credit cards total is 10,000. And I have a loan here. My loan 207,000. So basically, what happened in the employee mentality is like, if you make, let's say, if you make 40K a year or 48, whatever is the amount, somehow you always want to find a liability or an expense to cover all of your income, right? It's like, oh, I have a raise. I'm gonna make an extra 500 a month. What should I buy? What should I buy? What should I buy? Why we come with that mentality? And again, it's because we've been wired that way. And sometimes that's how our prospects are. So when I approach them, I usually tell them about, I usually ask him, after a small conversation, I talk about the quadrants and I ask him, what quadrant are you? And most of us are employee. You like that? I say, no, I don't. What would you like to do to change it? And they start thinking about it. So that when we talk on our one-on-ones, I usually mention these options. And they're like, oh my goodness, that's so real. So let's say if you were one of my prospects, I would say, okay, if this is your reality, what do you think you can do to change it? They're like, well, I only make 4,000. I don't have extra income. So true. But there's always a way to get out of this. There's a thing called velocity banking that allows you to start making cash flow. Really? Yes. Of course, I don't go in detail like I'm going to go with you right now. But in this particular case, what do you guys think will be the first thing this person should do to start a better financial process? Just with the same income, with the same everything that you see, what this person should do?
Start paying their debt.
Okay, good point. Start paying the debt. Okay, so then this person knows that she has to pay the 7,000, the 65, and the 10,000, right? The mortgage will take more, of course, but it's going to start with the small amounts. If they start with small amounts, these are going to go away, right? This one, and this one's going to go away. So some people may ask, well, how can I do that? Well, in Renatos, we have the opportunity either to fix and flip, wholesaling, which are massive income activities, to get this type of money, 7,000, 6,000, 6,500, 10,000, or even better, you can start referring the education. Okay, if it's me and I know for a fact that in order for me to get out of this rat race, or the part of the process to get out of the rat race is get out of this debt. So I need what? About $23,000, and I don't have it right now. You know what? I'll do whatever. In fact, I did. I'm gonna do whatever to start. When I understand this, I want to do whatever to get rid of this debt. Okay. And again, Renata, this is a great opportunity for this income. So let's see how it works. Well, first of all, let me just tell you, when this person, let's call him Bobby. When Bobby, oops, when Bobby makes in this passive income, excuse me, 4,000. No. It would be ideal if she makes 4,000, but Bobby took Renatos and now she's more intelligent. She's, you know what? I'm gonna reduce my expenses. If she gets any massive activity and pay the debts, now it's gonna look like this a little bit. Let me see. Okay, it's gonna look like she only has less expenses. So now it will be easier for her to achieve to get out of the rat race. Okay, let me tell you how she did. Like you guys suggested, she paid her school, the credit cards, the loans. Okay, she paid everything. So she got creative. But then she also, thanks to Renato, she understood that there's other ways. So then she took her velocity banking class, and she put a HELOC instead of a mortgage. So her payment went to 1,000. So we have to be creative. We have to, if my goal is get out of the rat race, if my goal is that my passive income pay my expenses, I have to reduce somehow my expenses. Will be some expenses that we cannot reduce, like like your lifestyle. It will be always the same, and you can increase it with the time, and if you have more money. But if you're working on your first level of financial freedom, or if you want to get out of the rat race, then you have to start working on your numbers, know your numbers, and be disciplined. Okay, so now this let me go back real quick before I go into this. So what's the cash flow in this particular scenario? The cash flow in this particular scenario is they receive the income, go through expenses, liabilities, and out. And they have to repeat this every month. They have to have more income to pay the expenses, to go through the liabilities, and then go out. Because the only good liability there is the home, the mortgage they may have. But actually, it's not even an asset because you have to pay taxes on that one for the rest of your life, right? Property taxes. What I'm saying is, if we have this pattern, we're not close to be wealthy people. And this is the majority of our friends, prospects, majority of the population. We want a different pattern, okay? A wealthy pattern. Let's go back now. So this person that was, I said Bobby, took her education and she understood the power of HELOC, and she now her payment is 1,000. So now she removed most of the debt. So now her expenses went to 2,200. Wow, now it's more achievable, huh? More achievable. So now what she can do? she can start working on assets, acquiring assets. There's so many of them. You can do, as I said, royalties. You can do stocks. But since we know about this topic very well, we do real estate. I mean, when people ask me, I don't say don't go there. Say it's your option, but I'm gonna just show you how I did it with real estate. So now the balance sheet of this person looks much different now, because this person now understand the power of an income statement and a balance sheet. So this person Bobby acquired a duplex with 10K. It cost 210. So now if you put 10K and the full price was 210, when you go to liabilities, you put again duplex and only you owe 200, right? Because you still have a liability, but it's a good liability, because now this liability puts money in your pocket. It's a good debt. And this person, Bobby, says, you know what? I need to go to my 2200. How am I going to get it? It won't happen overnight for sure. But of course, if we keep thinking about our goal, we will be more creative. And then you have this person, Bobby, got a condo. The price was 170 with 5K down. So now she owes 165, right? You see that in blue and in green? Because if you put it in your balance sheet as an asset, unless it's clear, you have to put it in your liabilities. But of course, why I'm gonna buy something in cash? I will never buy a real estate in cash. Doesn't make any sense, which comes the return of investment understanding. But anyway, let's keep working here. So usually the wealthy people or the people from Renato, so people that understand the power of leverage, that we use other people's money. We're over here. Other people's money, which is the bank. Let's have the bank. I only put 5K, or I can only put 10K and have the bank put the rest. And guess what? So are you telling me, like, if I put, let's say in the duplex, if I put 10K and the bank puts 200, it puts the majority, and I'm gonna make the money? Yes. I'm gonna take control? Yes. I'm gonna be the owner? Yes. Wow. Can I do more deals then? So basically, if we understand the power of leveraging, then we will see that that's what is so important: either have good credit or find a partner that has good credit. You know, this is so interesting, and that's what blew my mind when I saw this a long time ago, and I saw, like, this is so fantastic. How can I do this? And when I mentioned my story in the past, it was hard for me to go to the point that I am right now. And what I think I was lacking of, either was the right knowledge, the applied knowledge, and people that is doing it with me. It's a community that makes sense, that you don't feel alone when you're working on this. Anyway, so now this person also buys a SFR, single family residence, like a unit for a house, but not a single family unit. And in this particular case, I put zero down, 200. Why I put zero down? Because if we are in Venados, we buy with zero or little money. And I've done some of them. How you can do it? You know, the education tells you how you can do this. So of course, you're not going to tell all of the strategies at once to your prospects, but you can tell them that it's doable, that it's possible. And I'm going to tell you, since you are part of Renatus, how can I end up with a property with zero money? I buy a property cash, I rehab it, refinance it, and then recover all my money and rent it, which is called BRRRR. It's like buy, rehab, refinance, rent, and repeat. So something like that. So at the end, you don't have any money or little money down in your investment. So in this particular case, let's see what happened now. this person understood the power of being free, because she understands that she can make money, but she values more her time. When you have time, you are more creative. You don't have the stress of your basic needs, right? Because you know the money's going to come every month. So this person now understand the power of the wealthy cash flow and balance statement, income statement, because now the income comes every month to here. Excuse me. Wait. The income comes from here every month, right? Can you see the difference? It's not like you're going away. Then comes again, you buy more properties and there's more income. So you understand now, okay, I got total of passive income 1800. Wow, 1800. What are my expenses? 22. Oh my goodness, I'm 400 away? Yes, you are. Oh my, let me buy another condo, another property or something, or use another strategy. I can do short-term rentals. I can do something that really generates every monthly income. Wait, did you tell me that Renatus pays me if I refer the education? Yes. Did I mention that you can make also passive income if you just create big teams? Oh my goodness, really? So when people start seeing this, they start understanding the power of passive income in different shapes and forms. And then that's how when I talk to my team, I mentioned this. Well, I have to admit that the majority of my team just came for the education, not much for the marketing, perhaps because I was focusing more on education at that time. But when some of my other members of my team, I talk about this, the opportunity that I start working on this as well. Not only, I mean, think about this. When you refer to education, you make money, you can do passive income, you do also massive income, but also, and the most important part, you bless other people's lives. If you come with that approach, if people say no, okay, it's fine. Maybe it's not their turn. Next and next and next. You can start talking to everyone because you know this is working. Some people may see it, some people may not. Some people may take time to see it, but that's okay. It's in their own pace. But what I can tell you that as my testimony that this is working. And I think I mentioned this in the past. When I read this book, Rich Dad Poor Dad, and this is the book, the Cashflow Quadrant. And actually, you guys already know that I've been working with Kiyosaki for a while as well. I always wanted to know to do this. So then I had a house that was as a rental since 2006 that was giving me initially 300. I ended up with 400 total. That was the most that I could get out of that rental. And I thought, okay, if I want 4,000 or 5,000 on passive income, does it mean I have to buy 10 properties, 12 properties? Because if one gives me 400, then I have to buy 10 or 12. And that's the question when the majority of the people say, no, I don't want to do passive income, or real estate is too slow. Because that's the only way they know. That's the only way I knew. And then I thought, okay, wait a minute. If I go to a lender, they want me to give like 10, 15 or 20% down. So how long it will take me to raise 15 or 20% down to buy another property for only 400 passive income. So that's why I was like, no, this is not for me. I don't know how else to do it. I read all of the books, was kind of interesting. Everyone will tell you the end, but doesn't tell you how to do it. And I have to admit that in other companies that I've been with, they only show me how to buy and rent. I mean, which is okay. You can buy and rent, but there's more. We all know, right? We all know that. And now with Renatus, we know that what? That we can just do a short-term rental. One of our short-term rentals provide us 1,500 a month. And did I thought that before? No, because I didn't know. You don't know what you don't know, right? And did I know that I have to pay only 20%? I mean, I knew at that time, but I know, as I mentioned before, that there's other ways you can buy properties. It's other ways, many other ways. For instance, right now I'm going to mention this with my friend. I have a partner that we bought a property. We bought a property last year. This person wanted to sell her house, but she couldn't sell at the price that she wanted to. It was taking longer than she wanted to, but she needed the money right away. So then we figured a way. We went and solved the problem, and we bought the house from this person. I think we put 40,000, I think, at a time with my partner, and we bought the house from her. And then, thanks to the education, we went ahead and we sold the property under seller finance to another person, to an end buyer. And this person put 30K. So then we recover the majority of our initial down, but we realized, we didn't realize at that time, and now we did, but we left 40K in the table without unable to take it. Why? Because we didn't realize. So let me just give you a number so you understand. We bought it for 170, but we sold it for 240. This person put 30,000, so she owes us 210. So from 210 to 170, there's money, right? But we sold it for 10 years, meaning we won't be able to see the money for another 8 years. And of course, sometimes you learn, sometimes you win. In this case, we learned that we should structure a different way, but that's okay. But guess what? Thanks to the education, thanks to the creativity and the time that we have now, we are going to recover maybe by the end of the month those 30, 40K out. So, and then what we're going to do with that? We're going to just live the life? No, we're going to invest in something else to keep increasing our passive income. I'm not saying like you don't live the life that you want. Structure your money the way you want it, but keep the majority on some investment if you want to get out of this rat race faster. And so basically, this person here, this Bobby, is so close to get to 2,200, so close. Just need more rentals, more passive income activities. So I just want to see if you have any questions that I can answer. They say if there's no questions, it's because people understood everything, or maybe they didn't understand anything. So I hope it's
Lily,
yes.
I mean, I don't know, is anybody want to ask questions? No. Anyway, what I was gonna make a comment for this one, like, this Bobby is so close to the rat race, and if Bobby has an education, an AIT, he can study the short-term rental with Jay Massey, and he can even do a master lease. He doesn't even have to own the property. He can have a 1 bedroom and rent it and have a $900 passive income each month. And that would get him out of that. And that would be the closest if he would do that.
Exactly. And that would perhaps, and you're so right. So that will be an easiest way to get out of the rat race. And then when you are not worried about your basic needs, then, I mean, Gilda, your mind changes completely. Okay. And talking about that example
Absolutely.
and let me just put this real quick here. Oops. Okay, let's say this person understand the concept and get a short-term rental, and they get the 400 they need a month. So now their passive income went to 2,200. Wow, this person is out of the rat race. One thing I want to mention is this particular strategy it may not be under your assets because you don't own the piece of real estate. So just for you to know, to understand that, of course, usually if it's real estate, the majority of things that you put in your income should be in your balance sheet. But in this particular case, because it's a special way of passive income, doesn't go in your balance sheet. Make sense?
Could you clarify about the master lease and how that would work? I got lost when Gilda mentioned that.
Uh, I'm not familiar with master lease. Perhaps
Okay.
Gil since you mentioned it, can you just say a little
Yeah,
bit?
sure. What it is, like say you wanna, okay, I'm just gonna use me. Like say I have a house, or I have a like a condo, a one bedroom condo, and Sandra, is that Sandra you said?
Mhm.
Okay. And then Sandra, you wanna rent my condo. So let's say I'm renting it for 1,000.
But you
And
own
so
it.
yes,
You,
I own it. And then you're
aha.
just gonna be my tenant. So you're gonna get that, and then you're gonna tell me, Gilda, I'm gonna rent your property, but then I'm gonna sublease it, so you're gonna be doing the short-term rental. So I'll make sure I understand that that's what you're doing. So then, okay, I agreed everything, the terms that we talk about, and then so we sign the contract, and then you turn around and start your short-term rental. So you would apply what J Mass's class is, because he's got a class in there, well, actually 3 days. So make sure you take those 3 days and be able to start from the beginning to the end. And with the $900 that he's using there, it's going to be your passive income. So it means you're going to have people that are cleaning, you're going to have maintenance guys and all that. Everything is included, and, all the expenses. So it's going to be a really good passive income for you. So that's what a master lease is. You sign a master lease with me, and then you turn around, and then you have another person that you sublet it basically. But in this case, it's not a long term; it's a short term, because you're doing it like either a daily or you could do like a monthly, depending upon where the condo is.
But the
And
master lease is for a full calendar year and payable to you as the owner of the unit.
yeah, that would be if I were you. I mean, you can do it in any kind of terms. You can do more than 12 months. You can do less than 12 months. But that would be a good. You know, I would do like a yearly. If I would do it, I would do a yearly, because I don't want to, start setting it up and not be able to do it for that long, and then you're gonna lose money, because you do have to, put all those like you have to furnish it. So everything is furnished.
Of course. And so that
Mhm.
that was why I wanted to make sure I
Yes.
was clear on your
And that is
terminology.
actually the quickest, you can find a rental, because especially for people that are starting, that they don't even know what to do, and they haven't bought, a property, or maybe for people that don't have any credit, or have a bad credit, that they have to work, with the credit repair and all that stuff. And this would be the quickest, because literally you can just, go look for a rental property for as long as, again, you be careful, make sure that property where you're getting is, they allow short-term rental, if that's what you want to do.
Got it. Thank you.
hmm
And
I know one of my properties, actually, I have a condo that I cannot do short-term rental. So what I can do a 1 month. So that's what I'm working on, converting that from a long-term, because this is my oldest rental property. So I've owned this for 30 years now. So that's what, you have to make sure, the homeowners association, condo association, you have to make sure that you could do what you want to do.
great, great,
Mhm.
Gilda. So Gilda, on that property that you own for 30 years, is that free and clear, or you still owe it?
No, what I did, I actually took out a line of credit in that, years ago, and then I bought a lot of property. So right now, I have like 10 paid for. So I still owe like two. So I'm kind of leveraging two properties, and,
That's the best.
mhm.
I was about to say that. I mean, if you were
Yes,
owning free and clear, I mean, use that equity, use somehow in your favor just to grow and create passive income. No, that's fantastic.
yes,
How we
yes,
can tell our
exactly.
prospects, when you tell your story, what you are doing, they're gonna sense that it is real, this is working. And sometimes people say, talking about short-term rentals, people may say, oh, I can do it on my own. Yeah, you can do it your own, but if the market goes down, you wouldn't know how to face it. What happened in COVID when a lot of people that is not part of Renatos had this strategy, the short-term rentals? Most of them were canceled. How do they deal with it? How do they face it? And I know some of them were, I mean, broke, or I mean, bad, But I know the people from Renatos that are really active doing short-term rentals, they found so many other strategies to cover those leases. And because they knew no one is coming to their properties, out to their places at that time, they found so many other options. And that's the power of the community, because you are not alone. If you were alone, like, oh my goodness, what should I do now? Why did I do this? Just coming regretting and blaming yourself or blaming others. But when you're part of a community and something doesn't go okay with your strategy, talk to others. Talk to others that went through the same problem. And they may not give you the solution, because the solution is in your mind. If you have to relax first and then think with a goal in mind. Yes, I want. What is the answer for people to come to this, to know that to do this wealthy income statement? Obviously is to re-educate yourself to think like a rich person, not to like a poor or middle class. However, the solution is not as simple as going back to school and taking a few courses. To be a successful B or I quadrant requires financial intelligence, system intelligence, and emotional intelligence. This cannot be learned in school. The reason these intelligences are hard to learn is because most adults are wired to work hard and spend money. That's the life that they've been wired. So that's, perhaps, as I said before, to do this, we have to think like this. To start doing like this stuff, we have to start thinking like rich people. We have to start desiring our goals. Like, I wanna be free. Gosh, how bad I want it. I want it really, really bad. So what do I need to do to get to this point? And if it takes me to rewire myself, to take more education, I'll do it. That's why, again, most people ask me, how do you recruit people? That's how I did. How do I do? I mean, I'm not really a salesperson. I wish I could be, I mean, more like a salesperson, but I just usually tell my story. I'm making them understand where they are at, make them see the reality. Say, well, I'm sorry to tell you, Bobby, but you're not getting any younger, and if you don't make any change, you will spend the rest of your life working for money. Did you see yourself at an age of 75 or 80 still working? Oh no, I'll have my retirement. So what retirement are you talking about? Can you just tell me any wealthy people being retired from social security? And they're like, oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. So I just create the urgency to do something different, because it's real. This is not like a sales speech. It's real. If they don't do anything, that's how they're going to end up. And the fact is, if you want to react later, when you don't have the strength or the power, maybe kind of late for you. You have just to accept what you have. But now that you're young, or you can do it, do something, you know? So that's what I've been, this is how I've been using my prospecting, how I've been prospecting people. So, well, I hope this helped you. And, well, kill it back to you.
Thank you so much, Lily. Awesome training. We will be meeting in just a couple of minutes on the real estate investing mastermind. So we'll see you over there. Thanks again, Lily. Everyone have a great Friday, and we'll also see
Thank
you
you so much, Lily.
tonight for the Eric Counts event.
Ely, where can I find this recording? Because I got on late and last week I couldn't get on at all.
I will post it to the YouTube channel, but you can actually find it immediately on the Facebook group. So just search
Awesome.
you can search for Lily, or I think I called it Fabulous Friday. I forget if it's Fabulous or Fantastic, but anyway, it's on the Facebook page right now, so you can watch it immediately.
Thank you, Lily. I appreciate your insights.
He was happy to help. Bye, guys.
All right, we'll see you later. Thanks, Lily.
Thank you.